Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, delegations of the ICPDR, dear colleagues and dear Danube family, I really want to welcome you cordially to this small ceremonial event to hand over the presidency of the International Commission for the Protection of the Danube River, in short, ICPDR, from Romania to Serbia. I'm Birgit Vogel, I'm the Executive Secretary of the ICPDR, and I have the pleasure to moderate this little ceremony today. Together with the outcoming and incoming presidency of the ICPDR, as well as with the permanent missions of Romania and Serbia, and the delegations of Romania and Serbia, of course, we decided to have this ceremony in a hybrid mode. As you can see, myself and the Honorable Ambassador of Romania and the Honorable Ambassador of Serbia standing next to me, and we are in the meeting room of the ICPDR Secretariat, while other participants like the outgoing and incoming presidents, the delegations, also the permanent missions, and of course also our valuable observers and guests are following online. I want to say that this ceremony follows a more technical meeting that took place during the morning within the ICPDR Secretariat. And within this meeting, Serbia officially took over the presidency from the ICPDR. Let me just reflect a little bit. Looking back into 2022, the first half of the Romanian presidency was still hampered by the pandemic, but I'm very pleased to say that the second half, we were able to have ICPDR expert group meetings and task meetings again, and also the ordinary meeting, which finally brought together our delegations after 2 years that were hampered by the pandemic. And I'm indeed very pleased to say that Romania accomplished the achievements of the priorities during their presidency very successfully. There were key achievements like a ministerial meeting where the Danube River Basin Management and Flood Risk Management Plan have been adopted, and we have many reconfirmed and new commitments as part of an adopted Danube Declaration. So let me express many thanks to Romania, the outgoing president, Mr. Robert Seb, but also the ambassador of the permanent mission of Serbia to Vienna. Sorry, and fix this up, Mr. Stoyan of the Romanian permanent mission for supporting the ICPDR for all the accomplishments and the related hard work. I would like to give the floor to Mr. Seb now to say a few words as outgoing president of the ICPDR. Mr. Seb, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Executive Secretary, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, after 1 year of intense activities, we have reached to the end of our presidency of ICPDR, and I may say that we are proud for the results of more than 20 years of cooperation in the Danube Basin transboundary water management. If we talk about the 2022, it was a year in which COVID pandemic it was present. We have managed to maintain the level of our cooperation and work towards 2 targets provided by the Danube River Protection Convention. Even we have to work in hybrid format. In this respect, the most important achievement of our presidency is the organization of ministerial meeting in February and of course adoption of the ICPDR 2022 ministerial declaration, as the Secretary General say. This ministerial declaration is providing the political steering for the next 5 years cooperation for the transboundary water management in the Danube River basin. On this occasion, the 2021 version of the Danube River Basin Management Plan and Danube Flow Risk Management Plan have been approved, and the main challenges to be tackled in the future for being identified. Therefore, during our presidency, we have focused on the implementation of this plan and the main old and emerging issue as climate change, hydropower, water pollution from point and diffuse sources, navigation, as well as biodiversity protection. Moreover, we cooperate to ensure our contribution to the implementation on Green Deal and biodiversity strategy in Danube River Basin. Of course, another important achievement of our presidency, we consider cooperation for the development and submission of project proposal to be financed by the Danube Regional Program. Our proposal include all the aspects which are of interest for the Danube Basin, including sediment management, TISA sub-basin management, coordination of waterworks and biodiversity protection. In this respect, I want to highlight one project which is supported by the European Commission, in which we are cooperating with our Serbian colleagues to ensure sturgeon migration upstream of Iron Gates 1 and 2. I want to highlight again that for us, this cooperation within ICPDR is essential, taking into account our location in the downstream part of the Danube Basin. We cannot reach any goals related to Water Framework Directive, Flood Directive, or Marine Strategy Framework Directive without the support and cooperation of all countries in the Danube Basins. Therefore, we are committed to continue to be very active within ICPDR and to provide our contribution in order to achieve the objective of the Danube River Protection Convention. And finally, I want, of course, to thank the Secretary, the Executive Secretary of the entire Permanent Secretariat, for the very good cooperation during our presidency, and I wish, of course, Serbian presidency success in the 2023. Thank you very much, and for the wonderful work.
Thank you, Mr. Seeb, for your reflections and for your kind words. And again, congratulations for a very successful outgoing presidency. Let me now come to a very nice part, the main part of this ceremony. And I'm getting this bottle here, which is filled with Danube water. And the label actually holds analytical results on water quality in the Danube River. And this stands for an aim that we have, and continuous improvement, not only of the water quality in the Danube River Basin, but to really contribute and get the Danube Basin cleaner, healthier, and safer over time. And the presidencies do take an important role in this, with steering us, actually. So this, you can see it like an Olympic torch that is handed over each year from one presidency to the other presidency. And I have now the honor to pass it on, to give it to Mr. Stoyan, the current presidency, the ambassador of the permanent mission of Romania, in order to ask him to pass it then on to His Excellency, the ambassador of the Serbian permanent mission, Mr. Obradović. And I would also like to ask both of you to say a few words during this ceremony. I'm handing over to you.
Okay, so I will pass it first and then I will say a few words. Or I will keep it with me and then I will say. Okay, I think I will pass it to you because it will be easier for me to say a few words. So, my dear friends, congratulations for taking over.
Thank you, sir.
Take over and keep it clean.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you,
yeah.
thank you, thank
So,
you, sir. Thank
all
you.
the best to you. Now, let me also say a few words on behalf of the outgoing Romanian presidency and dear Mrs. Executive Secretary, dear distinguished colleagues, dear friends of the Danube River. I would like to warmly thank ICPDR Permanent Secretariat for the excellent collaboration with the Romanian authorities during last year, and to wish Serbia a very successful presidency. As environmental challenges are transboundary in nature, cooperation has been and remains vital for ensuring a sustainable social and economic development in the Danube River basin. We have to act together and work in close partnership if we want to overcome all the challenges. Romania has held for the second time the responsibility of steering ICPDR activities since the Danube River Protection Convention was signed. Our presidency started with a key event, the adoption of the ministerial declaration, which provides, as Mr. Sepp has mentioned, the political guidance for the future cooperation for the transboundary water management in the Danube River basin until 2027. We strongly support its implementation as it represents an important step forward towards cleaner, healthier, and safer waters for the entire Danube River basin and all its inhabitants. The Romanian presidency has thus paid special attention to the implementation of the Danube River Basin Management Plan and Danube Flood Risk Management Plan. We have also supported a more close cooperation of ICPDR with the European Union strategy for the Danube region, particularly with regards to the priority areas dedicated to water and environment. This will provide the necessary framework for the development of specific projects designed to be implemented at the basin level. In fact, a number of regional projects were prepared and submitted for financing within Interreg Danube regional project. I would like to assure you about our determination, even if we don't keep the presidency, to continue the good cooperation with you, with ICPDR and you, Executive Secretary, as well with the Serbian presidency, in order to implement the Danube Convention and tackle the emerging environmental challenges. Thank you. Once again, all the best to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Please, Mr. Ilić. Yes,
Thank you. Dear friend, the ambassador, Mr. Sepp, Madam Vogel, Madam Ilić, Excellencies, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. At the beginning, I would like to thank my dear colleagues for their remarks, as the ambassador's turn for this kind words, and congratulate the Republic of Romania on an excellent presidency. No country can protect and improve the water regime in the Danube River basin by itself. The highest European Union standards in the areas such as water management, environment protection, and flood control can only be achieved through cooperation of all members of this organization. By adopting recommendations on these very important issues and reflecting them on national legislation of our countries, we are improving the quality of life and safety of our citizens. Dear colleagues, the Republic of Serbia attaches great importance of the activities of the International Commission for the Protection of the Danube River. During our presidency, we will further confirm our commitment to ensure and promote cross-border cooperation in water management and the implementation of the relevant European Union standards. We will build on the good practice of the past presidencies and nurture the cooperation between our countries. It is the duty of all of us to promote the exchanges of knowledge and experience to the benefits of our citizens, countries, and environment. Taking over the presidency of such a valuable organization is both of a great responsibility and an honor, and we are looking forward to cooperating with all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Obradović, and for your words, and also for your words, Mr. Stoyan. Yes, I can do it in very good hands as a keeper of. Thank you very much for that. Following this little ceremony, of course, it is important to involve our incoming presidents and President, Mrs. Vedrana Ilić, and I really have the pleasure to give her the floor now online to say a few words and also provide an outlook into the presidency of Serbia for the year 2023. Ms. Ilić, the floor is yours.
Thank you and good afternoon. Good afternoon to all. It is my pleasure to be here today with the Ambassador of Serbia and Romanian Permanent Mission in Vienna, outgoing ICPDR President, ICPDR Executive Secretary, ICPDR Secretariat staff, and dear guests. At the beginning, I would like to thank the Executive Secretary and all employees of ICPDR for the professional and comprehensive engagement. And I would like especially to express my satisfaction with the Romania presidency during the previous year, 2022. It is an honor to join you today and shortly present the key issues for my presidency of the International Commission for the Protection of Danube River during the year 2023. We had fruitful years of preparation of Danube River basin management and Danube flood risk management plans, their adoption and preparation, discussion and adoption of Danube Ministerial Declaration. We did a lot, but there is much more to be done. We are entering in years focusing on evaluating implementation of these important documents and on the key issues which should be covered in more details. Water is a fundamental part of all aspects of life. Water integrates social, cultural, economical, and political values. With climate change deeply affecting our ecosystem, society, and environment, water is indeed the biggest deal breaker to achieve the EU agreed water-related goals and targets. Now, in these uncertain times, we have to find new balance between environment, people, and finance. We have to find opportunities, understand value and management better, better management our waters, and take concrete actions. During our presidency, the Republic of Serbia will focus on three main priority areas: water scarcity and droughts, groundwaters, and improving data technology and communication. Unlimited access to clean, safe water is taken for granted in many places, but water scarcity is a growing concern worldwide. Overuse, increasing demand, pollution, and change in water patterns due to the global warming are key issues that affect the availability of fresh water. Climate change is making water scarcity worse. The impact of changing climate are making water more unpredictable. To build resilient against climate change and to adapt to current situation, an integrated and inclusive approach must be taken to manage our water resources. Droughts can occur anywhere in both high and low rainfall areas and in any season. Over the past years, droughts have dramatically increased in number and intensity. Groundwater is part of the solution. Exploring, protecting, and sustainable use of groundwater will be central to survive and adapt to climate change and meeting all the needs. Its contamination is more extensive and harmful than previous. We had to take action to prevent groundwater pollution. Chemical and organic fertilizers used in agriculture can pollute groundwater and also ecosystem and threaten the human health. Groundwater quality management is almost universally neglected until the human and economic costs become too obvious to ignore, even though the challenge and cost of cleaning up polluted groundwater or threatening it in perpetuity is far greater than protecting it in the first place. Overuse is another part of the problem, with more groundwater being drawn from the aquifer than being supplied to them by rain and snow. Continuously overuse can reduce long-term groundwater level, threatening groundwater damped ecosystem. Also, sustainable groundwater use requires continuously monitoring of water consumption. Improved groundwater quality monitoring is precondition for all action that should be undertaken as top priority. We know that data is never the most exciting entry on a list, but it's still a key. Lack of data means lack of integrated management. Data, technology, communication have a critical role. Well-developed water monitoring system are precondition for solid integrated management, integrated water resource management that can balance the need of communities and wider economy, particularly in time of scarcity. I can only reaffirm to you and the enormous interest I have to work together with all of you. I'm looking forward to working with the ICPDR Secretariat as well as within the representatives of all countries in the Danube Basin in order to have a good status of all ground and surface waters. Only by having everyone fully committed, we can hope to achieve success. Thank you very much, and now over back to you.
Thank you very much, Madam ICPDR President, for your kind words, your reflections, and also providing an outlook in the Presidency 2023. I can see and understand the commitment and would like to thank you in advance for steering us through this year. And I'm really looking forward to our exchange and cooperation. We have significant achievements behind us, and we have new and continued challenges and aims in front of us. And I'm really sure that under the presidency of Serbia, all those challenges and aims will be tackled successfully. We are somehow coming to the end of this handover ceremony, and let me again thank the Romanian presidency for leading the ICPDR so well in 2022 and for all the hard work and the efforts that was behind it. We really appreciate that. And let me also wish the incoming president all the best on behalf of the entire ICPDR. We really look forward to a successful 2023. In the end, let me thank both representatives of the permanent missions of Romania and of Serbia. Let me thank the outgoing president of the ICPDR and the incoming president of the ICPDR, and of course, the delegations that participated this ceremony. And last but not least, of course, many, many thanks to the audience, to the Danube families, the colleagues here in the Secretariat, and of course, everyone who followed this little event that is taking place in the ICPDR Secretariat. I have the pleasure to wish you a nice remaining day and all the best. Goodbye.